Hello traders, and welcome to the Holy Moly Markets Are Doing 180 live stream. Hope you guys are doing well and hope you've watched the previous streams where we were ahead of the curve for every single move since I joined this channel. Maybe it was a good omen. Hope you're seeing the light, hope you're feeling the water is warm, markets are on, risk on, everyone's feeling good. But before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a breakdown and you always know when I'm live over here. Now, starting with some news commentary. Since I'm here only twice a week, we have to go over what happened yesterday. Well, basically, we had the ADP non-farm expectations for 99K new jobs. And what did we get? Data came in at minus 33K. Now, the question here is, who are you fooling, USA? Now, I want to start off by showing you a brief picture of the average Max 7 employee. And you guys are going to laugh. So yes, basically this is an average picture of a Max 7 employee. Now you tell me, where are we heading? This is the question. Now, these telemarketers are the new form of employment. Now, and as per the post, this is actually on my Twitter, where I said that earnings per share are going up, but employment is going down. Now, you know, when this sort of data comes in, right? Okay, let's move this away. Maybe some people don't find it funny. I don't know. I find it hilarious. So when this kind of data comes in, right, it signals a shortfall of it signals like a weakening in the US private employment, and it raises concern in the near-term future or health of the economy, right? So then as soon as that came in, markets are now facing potential rate cuts as soon as September. Everyone's like, oh my God, we're getting rate cuts. And then Goldman Sachs now predicts the Fed will cut 3 times this year. We have 4 FOMC meetings, by the way, coming up. So one is in July, September, October, and December. Now, so this data comes in and we're like, okay, it seems like the future is clear. Nothing's looking great. And then you're looking at, you know, what comes in today. And this all starts to kind of like beg a question for me, right? So the ADP, and then we have the non-farm. So basically, you know, the difference between like ADP is that one is in the private sector only, right? So it's only payroll data. So that's important, right? Because if someone is employed, they'll be on the payroll, right? And then you have the non-farm employment, which is essentially something that includes official government jobs, right? For example, like private plus government jobs. It's considered the most important, to be honest, from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. But, you know, the question here is, okay, so that data comes in and we're having so much of a good number, right? We have expectations and then the number comes in at 147, which is really good, right? And that excludes farming. Now that suggests that the market is very resilient. Well, that's interesting to me. You know, it's very interesting to me because, you know, aren't government jobs like taxpayers' money? Like, do you guys see what's happening over here? Like, we're not getting any private, no payroll jobs, okay? But then government jobs are going up. So I guess now everyone should be, I don't know, private chauffeur or something for the president. I mean, I guess that's how it works. Unemployment rate. Well, how basically, you know, percentage of people that are, you know, seeking unemployment. And did we get the ISM? Yes, 50.8. Well, same as expected. So this is pretty much telling you like basically the economic, sort of like the health in the services sector, which makes up for 70% of the US economy, by the way. So, you know, there is no change over 50. It's all right, right? So that's nothing bad. But that's what we're looking at. And these are sort of the things that, you know, confuse me a little bit about this whole thing. But anyway, let's see who's in the chat. We have Casino, good morning, EJ, and we have Oh, I can't pronounce that name, but he's from Munich. Good stuff. Z Trader. How's Eats? How is everyone doing, you guys? So glad to see you here. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and you guys type in the chat because I want to hear your thoughts about this whole thing, right? Hi ABR. Okay, let me move some screens around here and we're going to move on to the price action. Well, wasn't that a wild ride? Hey, we have full 180. Is it really a 180? Well, I hope you guys have been following my streams because I have been guiding you on price action since I started here, which was like a couple weeks ago. And I told you about all these moves, the moves to the downside, the moves to the up, and then how you can re-enter as well on a retrace here, which is exactly, it was exactly down here. So I told you that price needs to come down to the 0.5 retest and then send it. Why? Because it has to take the liquidity up here. So these are my indicators. You can find them in the description box. All my socials are over there. I'm not like trying to sell them hard to you guys. They really will help you, you know, like they're just 20 bucks. I'm not gonna get rich out of this, but they're very helpful and they help my community a lot. So that's why I'm telling you, they're good. But anyway, so double liquidity formation here, and anyone knows, you know, my community knows double liquidity formation. How does it work? Well, basically we usually swipe one side of it and then we straight up aim for the other side. Well, it's never like a one-way thing, but obviously there is a lot more to my trading model over here that I use to know and to predict, you know, all these moves, right? So all good, successful pretty much 2 weeks. Very good. We're almost at the verge of taking the liquidity. We've broken the channel, right? The channel that everyone on CT has been talking about and was stressing them out so bad. So I guess it's on, right? Risk is back on. Yeah, but for us, risk was back on all the way down here. So anyway, hello, you guys. Type in the chat. I want to see everyone. We have invest in yourself. I love that username. Yes, invest in yourself, you guys. Honestly, this is why no, listen, you guys, you need to hear this. Like, only the rich people will survive this. Do you understand? Like, did you see the economic data? Honestly, like only the rich people are going to survive this. You have to outsmart the system. There is no other way out. Like, I'm not going to be here giving you my, what was that bald guy's name with the big glasses? Tate talk about the matrix, but you guys need to understand, right? This is why we're here. But you know, these people also crawled in crypto too. So, you know, if you're like me and you have experience in TradFi, in events like this, you guys, you know what to do, right? You buy things like the franc, you buy gold, you buy silver, and you know, you have to be able to think like the institutions and these kind of people that are manipulating all of us by giving us data such as this one, which is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, I really think that, you know, yesterday we have the data and then it comes in, oh, we're gonna see rate cuts, blah blah blah, and today we have these data and now futures are pricing an 80% chance that we're gonna get rate cut by September, which is down from 98%. Right? So it's like every day things are changing. You know, it's a complete manipulation. Like, let me know what you guys think in the comments about all these data that we're getting. Anyway, for me, everything is on the charts. So I trade what I see and I see what I trade. It's really that simple. So yeah, we still need to grab that liquidity. If you're in, you're in. If you're not, I don't know what to tell you. There was lots of liquidations actually. I was looking at it. So we have up here, I don't know if you guys can see this properly, but anyway, so the heat map is showing around 111320, 111320. So we still have a lot of time before we take clearly also that high as well. We still haven't cleared that liquidity. These are relatively equal highs, so you know, it's a no-brainer that there's lots of liquidity over there. But this formation over here in a 4-hour time frame, it's also telling me that this could be just like, you know, a peak into out of the range, and then we might reverse a little bit down from there. But we're gonna look at that next week, right? We don't need to concern ourselves with that right now, for now, the path is clear. We still have to clear liquidity to the upside. Now, I did a live stream earlier today on my own channel. By the way, you guys can follow it as well. It's in the description box, which is my own personal channel. And I was talking to the people, and I simply told them, like, when you're trading, you know, in economic data releases such as this one today, like NFP, for example, you always need to find your liquidity on a higher time frame. Well, if you don't have the indicators, well, you can do it yourself. So it was over here, right? So essentially, you need to understand, where is the liquidity? Do you have any weak highs? Do you have any weak lows? And what can you expect? So pretty much today, I was like, it's going to be one way, right? We have to take this liquidity. We pretty much taken the liquidity to the downside. So that should be the main target. In terms of retraces, but this is I'm trying to explain to you my thought process actually today, so you kind of understand a little bit. But then I was thinking about potential pullbacks, right? If we could get a pullback, how deep the pullback could be, and where would I look to re-enter if we get that opportunity, right? And there were opportunities like that, but price is just clearly in a bullish printing mode. For the algos, that's what the algos are doing right now. They're just pricing in bullishness. But when you have like the non-farm and stuff like that, you know, all these institutions, they'll be like, okay, we need to reprice the Nasdaq at this point, we need to reprice this at that point. So that's pretty much how it works. So, you know, trading and placing positions beforehand can be very, very tricksters. Okay, so yeah, there are a bunch of tricksters, and you got to be careful, you guys. You gotta think like them. You have to trade like them in the economic situations according with the fundamentals, so you can make something out of this whole mess, you know, because essentially we have the telemarketers here taking your jobs, right? Everyone's talking about AI. What AI? There's no AI. It's the telemarketers. We're not there yet. We're so not there yet, in my opinion. You know, so they're printing money, they're reporting high earnings, but, you know, people are out of jobs. That's what's happening. And then, you know, the government jobs are up. Complete jokes coming from taxpayers' money. Like, come on. Anyway, no, today, honestly, I'm all day on a rant mode. Anyway, hello, Richie. How are you guys feeling about this whole mess? Let me know. So yeah, basically, you need to learn how to trade. You need to know how to do these things, so you are able to, you know, just like Tate says, escape the matrix. All right, so everyone's looking good. Everything is looking good. And like I said to you guys from the beginning, this is what I expect. I expect it from July, you know, to kick in with the alt season. And that's what's happening, in my opinion, right? As we start the Q2, I counted from the fiscal year. I hope that makes sense to everyone who's asking in the comments, whatever. So basically, yeah. Ethereum, same thing, right? I gave you guys the levels together with you on stream, and I said, right, 12-hour support. This is it. You need to be looking at that level. Why? Because you have the 0.5 of the price leg. You have the 12-hour support here with the help of my indicators. So this is where price needs to hold, and we get a perfect tap into that zone. You know, on a lower time frame, I'm pretty sure we created double liquidity as well. Let me have a look. Yes, over here on a 1 hour, double liquidity, same thing, right? Over and over again, you guys. ETH is looking good, yes. So yeah, basically you swipe the lower end, and then you start pricing for the higher end. And if you're a little bit more experienced with using my indicators and stuff like that, you would know exactly that this was the entry over here on a retrace of sorry, 2-minute drawings. Maybe you guys don't see that well. Let's get rid of that. Choo. Here we are. Yeah, so basically that's it. On a retrace, once you break on a retrace here based on the indicators, you jump in because you want to get in that train for the other liquidity grab, right? And then how do you know that Ethereum is going to exit this range to the upside? Well, you know that because price is very strong. It's reacting from the 0.5. So now next stop is 2,680. All right. Where is also what? It's also our liquidity on a 4-hour time frame. So it's looking good. It's looking good. And if you even zoom out, right? Just zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. All right. We're zooming so much out. And we can see that we're breaking, you know, maybe we can get rid of this real quick. And maybe this as well, if I can even grab it. Yeah. All right, cool. So if you even look on a higher time frame, you're seeing that we're breaking 0.5. So, you know, you have to have the guts right now, because this price is showing that it wants to exit $3,918. Well, that's not bad, is it? Because we don't even know like how high it's gonna go. That's like 51% from here. And then we don't even know in price discovery. I mean, we can find out with the help of, you know, fibs and all kinds of other tools how high it might go. But all you need to concern yourself with is to make sure that you're in that level, you know, if you are, you know, if I was a trader. That's what you want to see. Oh, in fact, sorry, that was actually wrong. Look at how and why it was wrong, because this is very high time frame. So when price is exiting from here, it's showing you that it wants to come above 4,937, right? So how much is that? That's 87%. That's 87%, you guys. So Digital Director of Assets says we want as much Bitcoin as we can possibly accumulate. Yes, let's go. Yeah, you guys. So see, you know, when price is rejecting from the 0.5, you want it to exit to the upside. You want it to exit, and it should. As per my technical analysis and as per my methods that I've been using for years, that's what happens, right? So I'm gonna naturally expect for that to happen for Ethereum. So, you know, it's very good times right now. Good morning. So you're looking at this mess right now, which is a very beautiful mess. It's absolutely stunning. All right. And all you can hope for is a re-entry, right? So where are the levels that you could be re-entering with some sort of confidence? With some sort of confidence now, after you've, you know, identified the ranges and everything, like what could you possibly be doing? Well, so, you know, you do want to be a buyer, in my opinion. You know, I want to be a buyer, not you. You shouldn't do whatever I say, but you should just watch and learn. You should be a buyer anywhere above like 2,557, right? And if you want for a retrace, maybe after we take the 4-hour liquidity up here, we retrace, right? But price should be strong now enough to not drop. But having the history that we had, we might drop once more. So then you're looking for a re-entry in an area that would make sense. And that area would then be around 2,440, around 2,434. And if things get really, really bad, then you're looking all the way back to the 12-hour support once again for dear life. But I don't think that's going to happen, in my opinion. So it's just up to the particular trader to decide what sort of risk appetite you know, they have. Solana, same thing, like higher time frame, it's looking good. If you want to, you know, if you don't have the guts, wait for a breakout, because there is so much more upside to come that, you know, it's fine. But in my opinion, the earlier the better, right? And I mean, all the altcoins at major levels, like if you want to be a super secure trader, for example, on Solana, I'll be looking at price breaking above 162, right? Breaking above 162 for me will be the ultimate confirmation. Okay, I need to come here and ride on that train, because Solana has so much liquidity. 296 up here liquidity, again with the help of my indicators. So, you know, bright days ahead, in my opinion, is what I'm looking at. In terms of all the alts, it's all good, right? Everything's reacting from major levels, right? Major levels, even without clearing the liquidity. They don't care, you know, they don't even care about this. They're just like tapping into the 0.236 of my range model theory, and they don't care about anything else. Now from here, all they would want to take is the liquidity on XRP or HBAR or whatever the hell asset you're looking at. Let's look at XRP, for example. Extremely bullish, right? Extremely bullish. To holding major levels. CRV, same thing, right? If you want for CRV, you could wait a little bit more, but ultimately the level was down here. This was the level 0.4541. Now you're getting so much closer to it, right? Again, major daily liquidity. You haven't broken it yet, but you still have time, right? You can still wait if you want for price to break here and then re-enter on confirmation for that. So, you know, I'm not stressing out at all. I'm in some longs. I think Doge is one of my longs over here. But again, you know, Doge came at like an ultimate support for me. Ultimate, right? At around the 0.159, 0.16. So no, I haven't covered SUI, but I'll cover SUI. You guys, honestly, if you are not seeing how my methods are working like a clock, there is honestly something wrong with you. But yeah, let's have a look at SUI real quick. Nah, I'm not looking at memes. Like, we can look at memes, but like, who cares? I mean, you know, they're just like ruining the industry completely. Yeah, Sui's fine. Like, I mean, you know, perfect bounce from the 0.236 at $2.32. You know, rejection. We're starting to print the candles up. So in my opinion, it's just this is it, right? I'm looking at a very bullish July. APT. Yeah, we might look at APT as well, you guys. Yeah. So yeah, that's how things are looking at the moment. And you know, Bitcoin dominance is still at a major level, right? So that was the first tab over here. The first, you know, moment that we saw light at a very major high time frame level, and then we broke it. So then breaking that level, for me, it would indicate that price is going to travel to 70%, right? 70%. Who wants that? If you care about your alts, probably you don't, but you know, basically we're rejecting the level once again, so that's good. And on a lower time frame, there is tons of liquidity. I think on a daily, yeah, so on a daily, like, this should start to exhaust as well. So that's why I'm saying, once on Bitcoin we clear the liquidity to the upside, which I think we just did, didn't we? Let's have a look. Oh no, we haven't. Or maybe we did. No, still need some work. But yeah, you can see how clearly price is manipulating right now. And you know, in the past, we've had similar manipulations that have come with a retrace before taking the liquidity. So you need to be mindful of that as well. And yes, you guys, I've started a Telegram group for you. I don't know, I forgot to tell you, but I did start a Telegram group. So if you guys want to join, all the details for everything related to me or the groups that I've created for you, you can find in the description box. You know how these things works. That's how I can provide it for you guys in the description box of this video. But yeah, I don't know what else we can talk about today. Pretty much that's it on my side. I just wanted to let you know that we need to clear the liquidity up here and that everything is working by plan. So you guys like the video if you haven't, because yeah, that's very helpful for me and for the channel. As a new host, it's kind of weird because I need to kind of convince the people to some extent that you know, they need to watch me if they want to learn how to trade, or if they're interested in learning something new in general, because yeah, a lot of the people out there are not going to teach you anything like that. And in my opinion, it's really important to know how to trade nowadays, especially if you're interested in crypto or in any assets. So yeah, you guys, make sure you hit the like button if you find my content helpful. But yeah, I mean, that's it. So basically from here on, if we take that liquidity, we need to watch very carefully what happens to price. Expectations are that price needs to exit at 112,000, around 112,000 points. And from that area, I'll be looking for any confirmations on how this could happen, right? And I'm going to teach all these things. By the way, I'm also starting a membership. You can find that in mentorship in my social media profiles. There is a wait list. So, you know, there is a way for you to find out when price is exhausting, when it has taken major liquidities or highs such as this one. And I can teach you guys how to spot these things. But obviously, if you watch the live streams and if you have 2 brain cells, which I hope all of you guys do, you'll find out as well how to do that. It's quite easy. But yeah, basically today, yeah, I'm looking at gold. I want to repurchase gold here today for a trade. I have a long entry very close to where price is trading right now. And then I have a second entry down here. This is going to be my attempt to enter and to capture the potential reversal move to the upside, right? That's my attempt over here. And there is always a possibility that this could be a false attempt, but in my opinion, price is in major levels for me, so it should hold. And yeah, gold is just super nice and easy to trade. In fact, yet again, the indicators are giving a perfect support level over here. Price taps and rejects. So in my opinion, I need to participate in that move. Yes, 2 brain cells. So yeah, thank you so much, you guys, for being here. And I will catch you on Tuesday. Hopefully, if you watch the live streams, you should be fine. You should be part of the moves. And if you haven't seen the live streams, well, I'm sorry. Anyway, now you're here, you've seen me, so you can catch all the good moves together with me. And I hope you guys have a really nice Friday, and I'll see you. Maybe I'll chat to you on Coin Bureau's Discord. If you haven't joined, I'm sure you can find how to join on Coin Bureau's Discord. They have lots of traders, and Dan is there, and Aaron is there, and they're all amazing and doing a great job. So Casino, if you want to find my Telegram channel, please read the description box, because like we said, it's all there. So all right, you guys, I hope you have a great one, and yeah, all the best.